Hi you guys, welcome back to Perfume Vegas. I'm Holly Golightly and I am bringing you a collective haul for the month of August. So if you're interested in seeing that, well, just keep watching. Welcome back, welcome to Perfume Vegas, my channel. Where am I going with this? Welcome back, you guys. How have you been? I think that probably the last video that you saw of me was just a couple of days ago, but the last video I filmed was like a week ago, so I'm really kind of out of it. Anyway, how are you? How has your summer gone? It's been stressful, I know. I've been working on cutting back on my spending. I have some stuff going on, projects and work-related stuff, so I'm trying to focus and save for that. Hopefully that it will be in the future coming up that I can share, but I did still buy some perfume this month, so that's what I'm going to show you in this video. I'm just going to haul for you the fragrances I picked up. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just get started, right? So the first thing you've seen already, and I will link the video that I did about this up here in the cards, is for Sephora Favorites kit. Yeah, this I picked up toward the beginning of the month. My employer did some gift cards, and I used part of mine for Amazon and part of mine for Sephora. So like that's where I picked up this shelf. That's where I picked up this sampler set. And I don't have my redemption for perfume yet because I'm still not sure what I want to redeem for, to be honest. I'm really down between the Chloe Nomad and the Dolce Shine. So if you have a suggestion, or if you want to weigh in, do that in the comments below because I need some help deciding. But that was probably one of my first fragrance purchases this month. And then from Fragrance Net, I picked up a couple things. Actually, I'm going to do the Zara scent I picked up first because I think that was the next thing that came. Yeah, this has been hanging out on that shelf up there. So you probably saw it in the background from Zara. This is the Zara Icons collection, the Perfect Smoking. And it looks like all of their like kind of masculine style bottles. I did an order from Zara. I picked up some stuff from their end of the season sale, like dirt cheap. I'm not even kidding you. Like that's how I shop for clothes. Like I wear the same stuff year round. So anyway, neither here nor there. This was also on sale in the sale, and I think it was on sale for $7.99. So I picked this up, and I think the notes of this were like leather, pepper, leather, and a floral note. I'm not 100% sure what the floral note is, but I'm not sold on this fragrance yet. I've been trying it out, and I don't know. I haven't been able to try it on a man. It smells good on paper. On paper, it smells really nice, leathery, a little woody and peppery, a little bit floral and smoky. Like that nice combination of like masculine notes, just slightly hinted at florals. Smells beautiful on paper. And I have found that the Zara men's fragrances work a lot better for me than their women's fragrances. This one, though, on my skin went really sweet, and it was quite strange. I didn't dislike it, but I didn't really know how I felt about it. And as I said, I haven't been able to try it on a man, so I don't know if it would smell different or better on a man, but for now I'm kind of just holding on to it. It wasn't expensive, so if it doesn't work out, it's not a big deal, but yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that's the Perfect Smoking from Zara. It's kind of like I'm not sure about it. All right, so then the scents that I picked up from Fragrance Net. The first one is I'm just getting ahead of myself. The first one was a full-size 50 ml of the Nuxe Prodigieuse Le Parfum. I've mentioned this multiple times, and I've talked about this fragrance too. So I was thinking that I was going to save this as a backup and use the travel spray, but then I thought maybe I should save the travel spray and just use the full size here at home. I'm not sure. You know, I hate to start using something new when I'm already using the same thing in a version that's been opened and sprayed. But at the same time, having a travel size makes more sense than... Anyway, give me your opinion in the comments below. Should I just start using the 50 ml and save the travel spray? Or should I keep just using the travel spray and not bust into the 50 ml yet? Let me know, because I don't know. And then that was about $32, I think, on Fragrance Net. So to bump up to the free shipping, like everyone, like that's like the excuse. Like, spend $10 and free shipping is at $100, but you know, I gotta find something to bump up to that free shipping. So anyway, to get to free shipping, I threw in this Elizabeth & James Nirvana Rose. This is just a 1 ounce bottle. It was like $20. Very inexpensive. Very, very easy kind of buy. This fragrance, I have a overall love-hate relationship with the Elizabeth & James scents just in general. Black and White and French Grey and Amethyst, both, I feel like really can't be worn without like both at the same time. And I hate the idea that I have to buy 2 separate fragrances at the cost of 2 separate fragrances to get 1 fragrance, like, because I don't like them separately. I only like them combined. But with Elizabeth & James Bourbon and Elizabeth & James Nirvana Rose, Nirvana Bourbon and Nirvana Rose, those two I feel can be worn, well, Bourbon does not have the depth that I think is needed to wear it alone, but I do think Elizabeth & James Nirvana Rose can be worn alone and smell like it was meant to be worn that way, whereas the rest smell incomplete. This is a really beautiful gothic, there we go. This is a really beautiful, like, gothic rose fragrance. To me, not really sure what a gothic rose is. I've heard it mentioned multiple times in regards to fragrance, and I don't really know what type of scent that term indicates, because it is like a deep, dark type of fragrance, not as deep or dark as a lot of fragrances, but for a rose fragrance, it's definitely a rich, jammy, dark rose. There's some sort of like peppery or spicy kind of note. I think there's like a pink pepper in the top here, and then a patchouli or some sort of similar type of fragrance in the dry down. And then I know there's more than just rose, but it really comes across as a very sweet, very thick, heavy, jammy rose type of scent. So if you like those type of like dark, gothic, jammy, deep, sensual rose fragrances, musky rose fragrances, Elizabeth and James Nirvana Rose is selling for pennies right now because they're discontinuing these fragrances. I don't know if they're discontinuing the whole line or if it's just the second and third editions, but this is being discontinued, so if you ever wanted to pick it up, now is a great time. It smells beautiful, and this lasts. I find this lasts very well on the skin. It's not the most extreme beast mode long-lasting perfume, but why would you want it? I don't understand that. It lasts for about 5 to 6 hours, and it is kind of a skin scent, the back half of that, but it's still really beautiful. So that was Elizabeth and James Nirvana Rose, and I've seen a couple people haul this, so I'm glad that there's more people noticing the great deal you can get on these scents right now. So, okay. The next ones, I'm really excited about. These just came in yesterday or the day before. I just got these, and I'm super excited. One of them I've been looking for forever. Not really forever, like for a couple months. And then the other is like my first full-size purchase from this house. So, super pumped. So the first one I'll show you. These I got off of a wholesaling. I got them off of a wholesaler site. The first one is Paco Rabanne Olympia, but it's the Olympia Onyx edition. Oh my god, so how freaking beautiful. First of all, this is a tin that it sits in, so it's Olympia Onyx, Olympia Onyx, and then on the inside it's got this like little fancy packaging, and then the bottle just pops out. So this is just the original Olympia, whatever, but it's repackaged for this Onyx edition, and I saw this particular packaging on one of my favorite beauty YouTubers channel, ShanXO. She had gotten it in PR, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to buy Olympia right now. I'm going to wait until I can find the Onyx edition. And I've been looking and looking and looking. I haven't seen it anywhere. I mean, maybe I'm not looking in the right places. I literally started to think that it was maybe like a Asian Pacific Islands sort of limited release. But I finally found it. I saw it on this wholesaler site after I was already purchasing this other item, and I was like, oh my god. And it was really inexpensive. So I'm not really gonna go into too much detail. Wow, that was a really bad spray. Olympia smells like Olympia. Salty sort of floral vanilla. Kind of the same generic feminine fragrance DNA that basically all current crowd pleasers have. Very similar to, you know, Black Opium. Wow, brain fart. Black Opium, not Monogrelon, La Vie Belle, that sort of idea fragrance. It's not super unique. It's pretty, definitely wearable. It's easy wear especially for a woman. But I just really loved this gorgeous bottle. And there's an Invictus Onyx like this, and I want to get that one as well if I can find it. Again, haven't seen it anywhere. I've been looking at Sephora, Macy's, Nordstrom, online like fragrance stores. I haven't found it. So, like I said, I'm probably looking in the wrong places, but that's Olympia Onyx. It's just the original Olympia. Don't get excited. It's not a new release, like fragrance wise, but I just think this bottle is to die for. And yeah, apparently the Olympia Onyx does smell different than the not the Olympia. Apparently the Invictus Onyx version does smell different than the original Invictus. I'm not sure. I haven't actually smelled Invictus ever, so I don't know. But I just want it for like collecting reasons, because they're, you know, not super expensive fragrances and they're pretty packaging, so I can kind of give myself a pass on that one. And then my final one, my final fragrance I'm super excited about. This is my first fragrance purchase from this house, and it is from the house of Amouage. This is the scent Figment. So when I decided, I knew I was going to buy a higher end perfume, or like a niche or luxury type of perfume. So I knew I was going to get that, and I was trying to decide, first of all, I was trying to decide what fragrance to buy. I was considering buying Tabac Taboo from Parfums d'Empire. I was considering buying, is it La Douceur et Siam from Duzita? But I kept going back to, well, let's rewind a little bit. What had happened was, I had found Tom Ford Cafe Rose, the 3.4 fluid ounce bottle, on a sale on a website, and I went to go order that and got an email from the website saying, oh, sorry, we oversold, we're out of stock, we can refund you, or you can choose something else from our catalog. Literally everything in their catalog was sold out. Everything I was interested in was sold out. So that's where I was looking at some Armani Privé and Amouage fragrances. And so I couldn't find the Cafe Rose at a good price. And I know of some places here locally that I can buy it in person for a good price, so I'm not worried about that. But I didn't want to just get another, like, I wasn't interested in another Parfums de Marly or another MFK or any of the luxury type of fragrances that I have. I wanted something I didn't have. I like to go in and try different houses. I don't want to get a collection of like 10 or 15 scents all from the same house. So I decided to go for Amouage because I've been wanting to buy something from the brand, and this was my opportunity. So then I got to researching what fragrances did I want, because I never just blind buy, like blind buy, blah, buy, blah. I never just blind buy. I do research, especially when you're spending a good amount of money. And what I was looking for was something that was not similar to fragrances that I already own, not a crowd pleaser type of fragrance, not going to be just another scent that smells like everything else, you know? So what I decided on, the two that it came down to, were Jubilation 25 and Figment. And I actually found Figment on this wholesaler website. Look at how beautiful that bottle is. And it was a great price. I also saw the Olympia Onyx, and I was like, this is a sign. That's it. This is meant to be. So I picked up Figment. Now, this is meant to be a white floral scent, like a very straightforward type of green and white floral, not green floral, but green white floral scent. I hope that made sense. It doesn't smell heavy of white florals on my skin. I can definitely smell white floral on paper, as well as the green kind of earthiness. Like that's the patchouli that's coming through. And then there's Sichuan pepper in the top that is very, very noticeable. This fragrance is so interesting and unique. I am enchanted by this. It has awful ratings on like Fragrantica base notes, but has great reviews from fragrance reviewers. It's so classy and unique. Smells so good, and you can smell yourself for hours. Like, I'm not sure how long it actually lasts. I put some on my skin last night before bed, and then I put it on again this morning. And I can definitely still smell it on me. Let's see, I put it on at like 9 this morning. I think it's like 1 in the afternoon when I'm filming. So I can definitely still smell it on me. I'm not sure how much the sillage is out and about, but everyone says the sillage is huge, so I'm not expecting it to not be present. But the smell itself of the fragrance is so unique, and just like, it's a white floral, but it doesn't smell sweet. It's not sweet. There's nothing sweet about it. It's green, spicy, floral. It smells to me like, it literally to me smells like if you were having like a picnic, like a picnic where you had some sort of like rum cake or other not really sweet but yet still kind of like gourmand type of foods, very flavorful foods, in the middle of like a forest, like an exotic lush forest. It's so unique and beautiful. One of the reviews I read said that this is a floral lover's white floral, and that, I think that's a really good way of putting it, because for Amouage figment, there is no sweetness, there is no vanilla, there's nothing. There's some incense, there's pepper. It's dark, it's kind of deep, it's floral, it's green, it's called figment, like a figment of your imagination, and that's what it is. It feels very much like a dream, like something that you're coming up with in your mind, like this deep jungle of white florals and like snakes hanging down from the trees, and just so good. It's so gorgeous. It's so unique. I'm gonna be filming the unique fragrances tag, and you can bet that you'll be seeing this in that video. But for this video, that's it. That's the last one. And I have a sample from Sephora for Prada Candy Sugar Pop. I have not tried this version of Prada Candy, so I'm gonna give that a go. Let me know what you've picked up, if you've done any shopping for fragrance this month. I know a lot of people were trying to do no-buy for July, and I think a lot of that carried over into August. Oh shoot, I have one more. My gosh, I totally forgot. I showed this on Instagram as well, but this is an indie fragrance. So I have the indie fragrance that I had done a pre-order in July for. This was July's pre-order from This was July's pre-order fragrance from Darling Clandestine, and it was inked. And this is such a good perfume. It's an oil perfume. So if you are not into oils, you may not be as interested, but The bottle that I had that I used up was like super rich, salty, a little dry, and reminded me squid from Zoologist. They're not identical, but they do share like a feeling, a vibe, so that it reminds me of that, or squid reminded me of inked. But this version of inked is, I think, a little bit more friendly to new users. It has the same components. I can smell like the rich red wine, and I can smell like the salty skin, but there's something sweet, like there's a sweetness to it. So it's a little bit easier, I think, on the wearer, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, Darling Clandestine is going to be doing these pre-orders every month for the time being, so I will link her shop down below. If you are interested in indie fragrance, this is a really nice way to try some new brands, or try a new brand, because the pre-orders are quite affordable, and this is a 10 ml roll-on. The newest release, or the current pre-order for August, is for a fragrance called Windshield Rain Tattoo, which I also own a previous version of. It's a really beautiful kind of sweet and sultry sort of scent. So definitely, if you're interested in indie fragrances, check that out. And now I am literally done. Anyway, so that is it for this video, for real this time, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing these pickups. So good. I do want to add, actually, while I have this, about Figment from Amouage. Not a safe blind buy at all. Absolutely. I guarantee you a lot of people who see the fragrance notes would pick it up thinking it was going to be a floral, like a sweet kind of sweet and smoky floral. It's really not. I can't even put it into words. This is not a safe blind buy, though. It's not at all. Definitely not encouraging that. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. Tell me about your new fragrances, or what you think of any of these fragrances. Give it a thumbs up so that I know that you are still enjoying the content. Hit the bell that goes like ding-a-ling-a-ling, like my big old nugget is like hitting the inside of the bell. And of course, please subscribe, because it makes me happy. It helps my channel be promoted for more viewers, and it just gives the warm fuzzies. Gives the warm fuzzies all around. So I really hope you'll do that. More good vibes. Just good vibes across the board. All right? So thank you so much for being here today, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.